What's up, guys? This is gonna be a different style of video. It's just a quick 5 minute rant because I've seen some things that have been really getting on my nerves in the basketball community, and I just want to talk about it real quick without having to make a whole video about the topic, since there's not enough information for me to make an entire 10 minute, 8 to 10 minute video. So the two quick topics we're gonna talk about today is the NBA media's lack of accountability to inform its viewers. And what I mean by that is instead of actually giving them useful information about what's going around in the league, they just do what's best for their ratings. And the reason I even wanted to talk about this today is because of this video of Nick Wright.
Someone said, y'all doing this for ratings. Let me tell you a little secret about television. Talking about Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets is not good for ratings, folks. That's not how you bring in the most vast audience, is by talking about the Joker and the Nuggets. Who on that list someone said is Chris?
Now, not only is that a asinine way of thinking, it's doing a great injustice to basically any casual basketball fan. A lot of people don't watch basketball religiously like me or some of you guys do. They go on, watch their favorite team here and there, but they don't really know what's going on in the league. And for information like that, they go to these guys, the Undisputed, the First Takes, the whatever show, Nick Get Up, the shows Nick Wright's on, I can't even remember, Colin Coward. They go to those guys for the information because they're given the job to do this and they're doing it on national TV, so you think they know what they're talking about. But instead of actually giving people useful information, like who's actually in the MVP race and who's actually playing well, they just shove LeBron or KD or the Brooklyn Nets and the Lakers down your throat every 2 seconds. And it's no wonder why every single year a bunch of NBA fans feel like certain people are getting robbed, like Giannis robbed James Harden of the MVP, or even back as far back as some people still thinking that Steve Nash robbed Kobe of an MVP. They don't get the useful information about why certain people are winning certain awards and how well they're playing in the season. You just think the people that are getting talked about the most, the people that are getting the highlights shown the most on TV, is basically who should be up there. And for someone like Jokic, who's been having an historically great season, for Nick Wright to basically say that he doesn't pull in any ratings, so we're not going to talk about him, pisses me off to no end. Because the Denver Nuggets team, or a Utah Jazz team, in fact, that hasn't even been getting any press coverage either, that are both playing insanely great this season. One of them has the MVP on it, and the other one made a huge jump as a team this season, and they're just getting no press coverage. And so I can tell you, at the end of the season, when Jokic rightfully gets the MVP he deserves, you're gonna hear a bunch of people saying, no, James Harden should have won it. Because either they're talking about the Lakers, the Brooklyn Nets all the time, and since James Harden has been playing really well, his highlights have been all over TV, and people don't really hear anything about Jokic, so they immediately think James Harden just got robbed for some reason, or the NBA just doesn't like him. Next, we're going to talk about this guy right here, Kevin Pelton, who put out his all defensive team picks. And if you watched my video, I think 2 weeks ago, it's still doing pretty well for my channel size, where I talk about Bam Adebayo and his campaign for Defensive Player of the Year. He's probably not going to win it, but he's top 3 in the race right now, right behind Rudy Gobert and Ben Simmons. But Mr. Kevin Pelton decided to not put Bam on either all-defensive team, a guy who's top 3 in the voting, nowhere. First team, I feel like he should be on there. You can move him to the power forward spot over Draymond Green. But let's say he wanted to keep it by position, which, whatever, I understand, I guess. He should still definitely be on the second team over Clint Capella. And I'm not saying Clint Capella is not great. He's done a great job anchoring the Hawks defense, being an amazing rebounder and helping that team finally become a playoff squad. But he doesn't have the defensive impact Bam does. Bam Adebayo is not only one of the best rim protectors, he's also one of the best perimeter defenders, or best switch defenders, pick and roll defenders. Everything on defense the man can do well. He even said it here. So for him not to be on either side of the All-NBA defensive team, and this is a voter saying this type of stuff, I am just really scared to see where the actual teams are when they do come out. But as a Heat fan, I can't give him too much. They rightfully have Jimmy as on the first team, but Bam definitely deserves to be here. Hell, I even think Nerlens Noel deserves some consideration to be on one of the all-defensive teams, considering that the Knicks are a top 3 defensive team right now, and he's been one of the biggest bright spots on a pretty surprising New York Knicks team this year. as he's locked down their paint, and he does a pretty good job when switched out the guards. So this guy's list definitely needs some work. But those are really the two things that really been getting on my nerves. I really don't have anything else. Let me know if you guys like these style of videos. I may do them more because there are a lot of quick topics that I wouldn't mind getting out instead of making a whole video on them. But if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe. I have a video coming out tomorrow on why the NBA play-in has been an amazing idea. I'd love to have you watch it. If you want to see my Bam video where I talk about him being a Defensive Player of the Year candidate and even my winner, it's right here. It's doing way better than I thought it would. It's over 2,000 views and I think 65 likes with no dislikes. So go check that out. But with that being said, this is FLB. That's my time. And I'm out. I'm gonna go listen to the new J. Cole album for the third time today.